Hello, I'm going to make a video about knives. My wife found this one of my favorite hawkbills. It's the Rough Rider Neon hawkbill, 440 stainless. Hmm, kind of dull. Have to sharpen that. Anyway, thought I might show it. It does glow in the dark. You'll have to take my word. Here's a Kiradashi I made. Guy in an antique store, I asked him if he had any old files or anything for making knives. He just gave me some stuff like this. I don't know what it was, but some kind of old tool. So presumably some kind of old tool steel. And I spent hours and hours and hours grinding this thing by hand. And then later, once I got a belt grinder, I just kind of went over it. Anyway, this works really well for you know, detail stuff. A little rolled on the edge there, but yeah, it's got a good point on it. Let me show you this Cutco. Cutco number 62. So I believe this is also a 440 stainless, and I've been sharpening on it, so it's looking a little rough. But I've been very impressed with how this thing cuts. So much so that I was whittling on it, and I thought, oh my god, what if this is my best whittling knife? But it isn't by far. It always impresses me when things whittle well at all. It's such an amazing feeling. So I tested it up against this Mora, and this definitely whittles far better. However, this will scrape, but this thing, yeah, look at those curls. Let's get a close up. No, it's getting a little blunt actually, but versus this, same movement, same pressure. It's a similar effect, but this one is about twice as good. So that's interesting. Well, that's mostly what I had to say. Here's the sheath for the Cutco, the original sheath. I just tried gluing this leather crack, and it just busted right open again. It's also going to go here, so probably not so good for carrying anymore, but still a perfectly good sheath for sheathing this knife. Wish I knew more about Cutco, but a friend of a friend apparently was a door-to-door Cutco salesman. I believe that was how they operated. I think they had, I don't know if that's exclusively how they sold, but I think they had salesmen going out, driving around and selling people knives door to door. The handle's very interesting. Ah, yes, we should have a look at this handle. And also the blade profile. I mean, the whole thing is, I'm like, what is this knife actually meant for? What is, it's kind of too thick for a fillet knife. It seems very slender this way and long to be a hunting knife. It's a small game. Is it a hunting knife? Maybe it's just a whatever, they made a bunch of different designs, and you try the ones you like and use them for whatever. I suspect it may have been more the latter, actually, now that I'm spitballing. So I don't know what this handle is made from, but it's some kind of resin material that here, I don't know whether it just took a fall or maybe got some heat from the stove top or what. But yeah, it's a little damage there. But it has this kind of swirly look to it. It's quite grippy for being as smooth as it is. It has a good tact. And then this handle shape is quite bizarre. Never really seen this done before. You know, they put choils into the, if you can call them choils. Anyway, I mean, it works. You know, your finger kind of tucks into there. So I guess maybe, you know, if you were skinning, if you had your this inside an animal and what have you, I don't know. I don't know. Kind of tempted to maybe. Well, I'll always think about stuff like, oh, I could change the grips on that. I could taper the tang. I could blah blah blah. But I don't know. I'll keep it as is at the moment. I'll try and get a good polish on the blade. Thanks for watching.